I'm James David Lawrence, or the artist name that I use is the 777paradox.
When you're working on your art, does the James side completely disappear and the paradox side somehow come to the fore?
I guess it does in a way. Like my art tells my personal story over the years, but it's like as though I take on a different persona when I'm doing it. You know, it's quite hard to describe. I've never thought of it like that before, but yeah. This is Hive, view from within. I miss this one so much because I've had it in my bedroom for like a year.
Oh!
So when I wake up and it's not there, it's like, I've missed it.
When does it get returned?
Christmas. But hopefully it'll sell. So,
Oh, these are for sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Bill and Ted,
Oh,
the
right.
two little uns. The biggest one's Bill and the little one's Ted. The mum Wilma and the dad Fred. And then we aren't named the ducks. And then there's two deer, but I don't know where they are. They're a bit shy for some reason. New faces. Well, quite a few years ago now, I started getting into a lot of spiritual topics, meditation, crystal healing, Reiki, all that kind of stuff, and I kept sort of accelerating my journey because I just wanted to experience the next thing, you know, like opening your third eye or your crown chakra or stuff like that. And I think I went a little too fast for what I was ready for, and I had I describe it as like a massive spiritual awakening, but other people would call it a complete mental breakdown, and I think they're both the same thing really. And I ended up going in hospital, and I was in a terrible state. I would have never expected it, let's put it that way, 3 years ago. I would have always wanted it. Like, I've always wanted my paintings in galleries, and Ferrens is like a very well-known, you know, successful gallery. I'd have never expected it, but the way it all happened and everything has just been the most incredible experience, and the people that work there are just, they love art, you know what I mean? They're the right people to sort of network with when you want to explore this art world, and to have my work in there and displayed so well was just incredible, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
You've been a bit modest.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually won the People's Choice Award, which I didn't even know that they did. It was a surprise. I received an email one day, and if you went to see it, thank you very much, you know, to anyone watching. Yeah, it was an absolutely incredible experience.
Shall we give a round of applause? Round of applause.
And to think that people actually enjoy my work that much that they would vote for me is just, it's mind-blowing. Like, it very humbling as well, you know.
Yeah, drum roll, drum roll. Here it is.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Wow.
It comes to you
Thank you.
with that. Look at that.
Thank you. It's the piece that I'm working on, and there's 7 of these canvases that will all line up together and create like a huge sort of like mural kind of effect. As you can see, I've been cracking on with it. Just putting the second layer on here to give it that sort of bold, flat colour.
Death metal singer, yes.
Yeah.
You went on tour, didn't you?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah. Did a few tours a year for a few years. It didn't last long, but it was really enjoyable, definitely. I used to be very angry, let's put it that way. Angry at the government and all this sort of stuff. And while I'm still angry at the government for certain things, I just express it differently now. I'm a lot more peaceful now. With working for health, it just feels like a family, and it feels, although I imagine there's a lot of effort going on behind the scenes, it feels effortless, you know, like it just flows, and it's just such a positive atmosphere and a positive group to be around. When we first talked about there being an art group, I was sort of nervous and excited at the same time. And then, yeah, I just love it. I get so excited when it comes to the next session, and I'm like, on the Monday, I'm like, oh, can you book me in for it? And I just get so excited to just go and doodle and have a chat and, you know, just have a laugh, or, you know, go to a gallery or go grab some food, you know, vegan fried chicken for the win. But yeah, the art group has definitely been my favourite thing, and I love the drop-in session as well, because there's so many different people that come and sort of pop in for an hour or two. You know, I'm really grateful for that, for family and new friends that I've made.
When you were in that darkest place, were you able to draw, paint at that time, or were you isolated from that creative side of yourself?
I think I was drawing more, to be honest. I've always drawn on and off through my life, and I never really had a particular style until when I started this recovery of, you know, recovering from a mental illness. 2 little ones always not here. They're the first 2 out of all the ones we've had that don't like to be tickled, which is quite funny because most of them do. I'm definitely in a hell of a lot better place than I was, and I think over the last year in particular, you know, with COVID forcing us to sort of go within and look at ourselves, I think I've just become more confident and happier. Like, when I go out busy places, like, I'm still extremely sensitive to like big groups of people and stuff like that, you know, so I still have my struggles that I'm learning to deal with, but I'm in such a much better place, and I'm really thankful for the people that are around me now and have been over the last few years, you know, especially my parents. And yeah, I just feel like I'm going in the right direction, which I lost track of that a little bit along the way, you know, and wasn't sure what I wanted to do and had self-doubts in what I was creating and stuff like that. But now I just feel like I'm on that path, and it seems like the more I surrender to it, the more help I get along the way, and it pushes me further. So I'm really, like I said before, I'm really grateful for everyone. One thing that I've learned, even in the past few months, it's really been relevant to me, is to not get in my own way, you know. And I've heard people say it over the years and never really resonated with it until recently. And I just thought, especially like with what I'm working on now, like I'm working on a really big painting, and I thought, stop procrastinating about it and just dive in and just go for it, you know. Just, you know, we're here to enjoy life, and we're here to create whatever that may be, a painting, a book, a film, a family, you know, we're all here to create. And I just thought, just dive in and just have fun and enjoy the experience, and allow it to unfold, like become more, become okay with accepting love and good things that come your way, because that can be the biggest challenge. Like, you can think, why aren't I getting this or getting that when I'm putting this work in? And a lot of it is because you've got your guard up and you're not allowing it to come to you. That's something I've definitely learned over especially the last year. But yeah, I think if you've even got the slightest bit of interest in art, whether you like watching films or you like creating big paintings or anything, just explore it. That's all I can say, is just open yourself to it.
What do you think of this?
I love it. Yeah, just dive in a little bit, even if it's just the shallow end, you know. Get a feel for it and see what you enjoy, and do what you enjoy, because it makes you feel so much better than doing stuff you don't enjoy. You know, like, there's a lot of people that are quite unhappy with their lives, and it's, you know, they're stuck in routines that they're not genuinely interested in. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it, you know. And you know, I would say to them, just explore your passion. You got the poster. Yeah, you remember the posters that I had at the Takeover Fest?
Yeah. I'm really struck by colours.
Yeah.
Vivid.
Yeah, I really like to go for that bold look, you know.
How long do you reckon it took to complete the bowl?
It took about 5 or 6 months. Yeah. It was a challenge.
Are you happy with this?
I am, yeah, very happy. Can you tell?